or that maybe they just need an inning seater like the orangutan guy or an orangutan needs to come here. Just be a guy with maybe 6 quality major league innings. Maybe the Blue Jays heading that way instead of partying with maybe all these prize prospects, getting a guy who can just be a decent 4 or 5 guy.
They might, if it doesn't pan out, they'll be held to pay. But that it is. I think guys are trading for a number 1 is a great fantasy thing, but it's very hard to do, and the price is going to be enormous. A flashy number 1, a Chapman, a guy like or Cueto, a guy like that, the price would be unbelievable, and everybody would be excited, and maybe that would do it. But you would be sacrificing a lot of future. I just think Alex has got to calculate a lot of stuff here. He's got to calculate a lot of things. And in theory, he shouldn't be calculating his own future, but he's a human being. And if I was in his position, I would be thinking, you know what, if this doesn't pan out this year, new president's going to be coming in on a long shot to keep the job. We have a chance to win with this offense. We've got to take some risks here. And thinking about the Blue Jays 2, 3, 4 years down the road, I wonder if you start to lean towards thinking about the Blue Jays 2, 3 months down the road instead.
Yeah, how much bearing will his own future, and we've said that that's really the wild card in what he does and what he doesn't.
Yeah, and to give his credit, he has not operated that way. He has operated as a long-term guy. You look at the Vladdy Guerrero Jr. signing and things like that. He's operating, planning for 10 years from now with the Blue Jays in a lot of ways. But if you're at a certain point, if you're planning for a future that might not include you, it's noble and it's loyal to the organization and it's the right way to operate. But Alex is a human being like the rest of us, and he's got to think about his job.
Do you think there's money available, Stephen, for big acquisition?
There is some. The number, I know Shai Daviti's kicked around a number, $4 or $5 million, pro, so which gets you a $10 million player prorated for the rest of the season. I think there is a hard number. I think that they have a number in the budget that was established at the beginning of the season, and they're supposed to work to that number. So I don't expect ownership to run in with a big wad of cash and say, here, we're going to change our minds. I think Alex is going to have to operate within the parameters that they set at the beginning of the year.
That's too bad. It'd be really nice to see. Talk about invigorating the fan base, and probably the team. If Mr. Rogers or whoever's got the dough says, hey, listen, we'll open up the purse strings. We believe in this offense, and you owe it to this fan base and to the rest of the guys that are slugging it out every day to try and make this team better in a real quick hurry.
Yeah, although I think at this stage right now, I honestly think what they have that has more value than money are prospects, because that's what teams are going to be looking for. So it's not, you might have some flexibility if you could take on a little more salary, and again, their salary situation improves significantly next year and the year after. They have a lot more flexibility. But the real value, and it's kind of more valuable than money in a lot of ways in baseball terms, are guys like Jeff Hoffman and Roberto Osuna and Marcus Stroman, and in theory Daniel Norris, Miguel Castro. That's going to be harder in some ways to part with than a bunch of dough, that's a very, very, as I keep coming back to it, a very, very tricky decision for Alex Vanopoulos and for this team right now.
Stephen Brunner, our guest, just one more if you got time for us. Really appreciate you doing this. The All-Star game was announced. Of course, Josh Donaldson set a record. Yeah, and then he was joined by Jose Bautista and Russell Martin. He was voted in yesterday. Both those guys actually were picked yesterday. Is it safe to say that Josh Donaldson, though, is probably the most fun, impactful, maybe best athlete in the city of Toronto at the moment?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think people didn't quite understand what they were getting when they made that deal for him. And a little bit of talk about Brett Laurie leaving town. People soured on him a bit, but they generally like Brett Laurie. But I think people value a guy who goes out there and not just plays hard, kind of recklessly plays hard, but if you like baseball, you kind of he plays baseball. This gets cliche, right? Plays baseball the right way. Fundamentally sound, consistent. Looks like he cares, and that's something that the fans like. And when I saw that phone call, if Terry didn't think he was gone before this,
there's no living with him now.
No, forget it. Clearly, he can part the Red Sea if he wants.
And how uncomfortable will that AL All-Star game be with Darren O'Day and Jose Bautista.
Yeah, I reckon they won't put them next to each other. I don't think they'll be sharing the corner of the clubhouse.
Hey, appreciate you doing this, Stephen. Enjoy your time out there. Hopefully we can do it again soon.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks so much, Stephen Brown. Smart dude. Loves baseball. You know, I was thinking how attendance would be, and it's smart for the Jays to get out of town during the Pan Am games. Really smart. Because how terrible would attendance be? Because if I've talked to 10 people that have tried to get downtown on any of the major thoroughfares, that's what they call them, thoroughfares. These HOV lanes may be the worst thing ever. They may be. Having to restrict all this traffic, millions of people, and telling people that they cannot use a lane that is dedicated for, unless you've got more than 3 people, dedicated for 7,500 athletes and their parents and some coaches from Guatemala, Guyana, Belize, Mexico, Chile. I don't know many people that are willing to venture downtown unless it's absolutely god-awful necessary. Do you? No, and by the way, Dean, Johnny omitted this in his update. The Pan Am games actually start today, the competition, at the Markham Pan Am Center. Water polo, Canada, Brazil, noon. And 6 p.m. preliminary matches. They got to use the HOV lanes?
Yes, sir. That Brazilian water polo team's got to get there on time while you're stuck in traffic right now, shaking your fist at the Brazilian water polo team.
There was little to no reason to start this. And you know what's funny, too, is there are cops everywhere. And I know it's their job, but it's their job. Like, it is the only job that they're there to do. Listen, we want you to pound people on that HOV.